Uffizi, or offices, as their name suggests, were constructed to a design by Giorgio Vasari to house in one building the 13 guilds and magistracies used by Duke Cosimo in administering the state. This grandiose horseshoe-shaped building, between the old Palazzo dei Priori, which then became Palazzo Ducale, and the right bank of the Arno, accommodated the major guilds of the merchants, of the exchange, of the silk makers, of the physicians and apothecaries, and the minor guilds of the fabricanti, which included the woodworkers and master stonecutters, as well as the tribunal of the mercatanzia, which resolved merchants' disputes. Attached to them, in the same building, were the Magistrature dei Commissari delle Bande, a kind of territorial militia, the conservators of the laws, the officials of the pupilli, who had charge of orphans, of the Gratia, who saw to provisions of food, of the Ten, of the Vendite, or taxes, and finally of honesty, or public morality. In the painting in the apartment of Leo X, showing the entry of Pope Leo X into Florence, behind the Palazzo Vecchio, we see the church of San Pier Scaraggio and the houses which would be demolished to make room for the Uffizi. From the laying of the first stone, which took place on the 30th of July, 1560, 20 years went by before the building was completed on the 31st of October, 1580, in the time of the Grand Duke Francesco I and of the architect Bernardo Buontalenti, when it was joined onto the Loggia dei Lanzi. From that year, the top floor of the building, with the closure of the loggias and their transformation into corridors, decorated with grotesques by Alessandro Allori and his assistants, and the construction, to a design by Bernardo Buontalenti, of the tribune, an octagonal room with a cupola and drum encrusted with mother-of-pearl, and a floor with rich intarsia decoration, which was intended to display the most precious pieces from the Medici collections, was transformed into a dynastic gallery, the first nucleus of the oldest museum in Europe.